Hi, good afternoon. Hope you are staying safe at home in this critical time, and hope you are overcoming the corona. Um, Today we continue from the last lesson, last part, and today I'm trying to cover pages between 34 to 38 in lesson 2. The first slide is about matter, which is divided to big categories: pure substance and mixtures, which is not pure. Pure substance can be divided to a smaller group: elements and compounds. Elements and compounds are both pure substance. Elements means cannot divide it to simpler substance like diamond and metals. All the particles which combine together and which create a new material are same. The type of atoms are same. For compounds, uh, it's built by different type of elements, like salt, which is constructed by sodium and uh, sodium and the chloride. So there is two type of atoms. In mixture substance like seawater, you can physically separate them. You can separate the water from the seawater. You can separate the salt from the seawater based on some methods that I explained you before in the class, the face-to-face class. And so seawater can be a mixture, it's not pure substance. There are some differences between mixture and compounds, which is listed in table 2.4, page 36, and you can self-study. It's not complicated and it's easy to understand. And for the next slide, it's explained about chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is divided two parts: decomposition and synthesis. Decomposition means breaking down a compound to two or more other substance. But for synthesis is when you wanna create a new substance, when you wanna build a new substance, you can combine and mix two or more than two substance to create a new type. There are new chemical substances are formed in both chemical reaction, and the reactions, chemical reactions, are not easily reversed. You cannot come back. For example, if you create or if you synthesize a new chemical, you cannot come back to reactants that you were used before. And usually you can take out energy after the chemical reaction done. On the other hand, physical changes is different. When physical changes happen, the nature of the chemical, the substance does not change. So, for example, when you move from the water vapor to water liquid form to ice, which is solid form, the nature of the water, the chemistry of the water, which is H2O, cannot change. It's still same in all three forms. So you can move to these state, to these forms, by cooling, evaporating, and I will explain you more in next slide. Atomic theory, before there were many theory for the structure of the atoms, and there were many agreements between scientists, but John Dalton improved the understanding and stabilized many rules and basics for atomic theory. Atoms are the smallest part of the matter. Atoms have different size. Combination of the atoms build elements, and pure elements have only one type of atoms, like hydrogen gas. Here on the picture you can see there is a different size between hydrogen and the other three atoms, but because of the close atomic number between the carbon, oxygen, and nitrogen, the size is not too much different. But the elements table, if you see the elements table or search more in Google, you can see there is a differences between atomic size. Combination between one oxygen and two hydrogen atoms can create water molecules, and moreover combination between the others with carbons, nitrogen, oxygen, and hydrogen can build glucose and alanine and other material around us. And another things is elements, pure elements like hydrogen gas, which is combined with two hydrogen. That means the sort of atoms is not different. It's same type. So we call elements. Kinetic theory of matter is regarding to states that all matter is made of a small particle, which they have a random motion, and there is a space between atoms. According to this theory, the kinetic theory of the matter, all matter can be divided to three forms: gas, liquid, and solid. So what happened in gas? There is an irregular arrangement and moving freely between atoms. Atoms in gas form, they can move. The movement is far away and freely from each other, and there is a large space between intermolecular between the intermolecular space. When, for example, when atoms can move a lot far away from each other, the space between them, between molecules, between atoms, is larger than others form. In liquid forms like water with drink or any other drinks, the atoms are closely packed, but there is still irregular arrangement. The arrangement is not regular and is not too much close. And a space, intermolecular or interatomic, no difference. Space between them is smaller than gas. However, in solid form, there is highly structure that make a crystal form, because the atoms are arranged very regular and very close together in irregular arrangements. So the structure, the form would be crystal structure that called also lattices. And the atoms are not moving freely and far away from each other from their first position. They are staying stable, but just moving a little bit, just vibrating. Yes, they cannot move a lot. Next slide is more explanation about the kinetic theory of the matter. There are some important terms that we should take a note. Uh, the word which usually used for intermolecular space is IMS. If you see any word like IMS in the question, don't be confused. It's about the intermolecular space. Intermolecular space can be increased from solid to liquid and liquid to gas form. Increasing temperature means you are increasing or giving more energy to the atoms. So the atoms can move far away and more freely in the space, in the container. So when you give more energy, when you give more temperature, that means you are giving more energy, and the atoms can interact to each other, can enforce to each other. When they push each other, they can move easier. So increasing energy, that means solid can change to liquid and liquid can change to gas. When you get the energy, when you decrease the energy from the system, from the molecule, the gas cannot move a lot. The movements of the gas atom can decrease and they can stay together and create a liquid form. If you get more energy or decrease energy more and more, they just stay in a position and they finally create a solid form. Changes between states of the matter from the solid to gas is called sublimation. From the gas to solid called deposition, and many other physical changes. I explained the physical changes, but changes between the physical form, the form between solids, liquid, and gas has own name: melting, boiling, condensation, freezing. That we can see these changes in our life, like when the water vapor from the lake and they move out and they form the cloud, and the cloud again produce the rain, again change from the vapor to the liquid form of the water. When the rain can move to the another cold place and change to the ice form, which is solid form, and which is freezing here. So these changes can be seen in our life. Yeah, that's all for today, and I give you some questions which can make you involved with the concept, and you can memorize. You can take a screenshot from this question, and also next question. Totally is 4 questions, I think, and you can replay me the answer. First I upload this video on the Google Classroom, and then you can replay me. These questions are uh, multiple type of question. You can simply replay me by A, B, C, D. That means which is the answer. And this is the third question, and the last question, question number 4. Yeah, it's a multiple type of question, and I try to upload the videos in every day and make you involved with the question. And you need to refer your book for more details. I try to teach you the whole of the concept, the subject, and give you more details, but you need to read the book. And yeah, that's all for today. uh, Hope you are staying safe.